Everyone, we are here at the National Assembly in Banjul where members of parliament have just voted down the draft constitution. The draft constitution has sensationally failed to get its way through the National Assembly. The draft constitution required at least 42 members to support it, to back it. Only 31 people or 31 members of parliament voted for it. 23 voted against it, and this effectively means that the draft constitution has failed the National Assembly test. It is all over now. The MPs have all started going out now. So we will try to see if we can talk to some of the NAMs and get their comments. I can see one of the MPs there who participated in today's debate there. In today's debate, Honorable, we are sorry about that. If we could get a comment from Honorable, good evening. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Honorable, so today, this is the outcome of what has been a really interesting affair here at the National Assembly. The draft constitution has failed.
Yeah.
What do you have to say?
Disappointed. After all the efforts, after everything that has gone into it, unfortunately, has just come down to this. And the saddest part is, we try to raise the point that the minister, being his bill, should be allowed the opportunity to engage with CRC to further clarify some of the issues the members have a problem with, so that it can have that opportunity to be considered fairly. But for some reason, I'm even surprised the minister is not even pushing for that.
What does this development mean for the country?
It's more than worse. It's like taking us back further. It's not even leaving us where we are. This is just too sad for me, honestly. I'm really not happy now.
Honorable, thank you. That's one of the MPs there, Honorable Sana Jawara. More MPs have started to leave the assembly. We'll try to see who else we can talk to. I mean, this debate has been quite controversial, quite tense. We've seen what has happened. You have those MPs that strongly supported this document, but you have other MPs that really say that this document is a bad document, and so they are not going to vote for it. And they came through on their promise, that promise of not voting for the draft constitution there. Massive development. So we'll try to see if we can get more MPs really to talk to us about what they have to say there. So if we can go inside, hopefully we'll get to see some of the MPs.
A lot of humorous play.
And I think I have seen one of the MPs there. Honorable, good afternoon. Honorable Tunkara. Honorable Tunkara. Honorable Tunkara, just a comment. What do you have to say about this development? You voted against the draft constitution. Why did you choose to vote no?
It's a series of reasons why I choose to say no. One of it is I don't want to partake in any constitutional violation. That is Section 100 did bar Parliament from passing any retrospective law. And what we are doing, we are actually taking away a quite vital right under Section 100 of 100C of 1997 Constitution. Secondly, the threshold for judges and the presidency and parliament, it's really funny. People that went and canvassed a vote, get a vote, you are asking a higher threshold for judges who is appointed by the president to be removed. And you're asking the president to get a half of parliament to get removed. And equally, you're asking a member of parliament to be 30% to be removed from office. So there is no evenness. And also looking at the CRC Act. The CRC can only be invited to come and explain. They can amend. They can only come and explain and interpret some of the provisions. So going by all these things, we didn't necessarily to really involve in any further this thing. And secondly, as well, another point is the issue of how do you call it again? The issue of this thing, media issue. You know, the citizens are asking for a control mechanism to put in place for the abuse of insults, hate speech, you know, violence, you know, argument to be controlled. But if you look at the report, that's what the report is saying, that this is what Gambia need. But if you come to the draft, the reverse case is actually giving a contrary to the views of people. So if you believe that the draft is actually people's living constitution, then it must reflect the wishes and then aspiration of people as well.
What do you have to say to the claim that this draft constitution is a victim of partisan politics? People say those MPs that voted against this constitution did so out of partisan politics. Maybe they have someone's agenda that they are pushing. What do you have to say to that?
That I told you my stand, and these are the grounds that I voted. They're entitled to your opinion, but also look at also the provision also that is now actually barring somebody who is dismissed from public office for life, not to contest for election, and actually also giving a leverage, a clean way for a criminal, a convict, to come and participate in election. For instance, now you can go and kill somebody, you convicted at court, and you're also standing in prison. Once you get the presidential pardon, it waives away those things. So we are not really in conformity of those kind of laws.
People say now it's all over for the so-called New Gambia that everyone has been talking
about. It's not really over. There's still possibility that we can really go in a rigorous amendment of the 1997 Constitution to bring in time limit, to bring in the wishes and aspirations of Gambians in the 1997 Constitution. It's not really all over. This is not only reform agenda of government. There are other reforms going on.
And given the amount of money that has been spent on this document, 116 million,
you know, I don't want
huge waste there.
I don't want to see it as monetary aspect. What is important is the people's document that will come and serve for posterity, generation unborn. It's much more than the money you are seeing. I don't see it as a monetary aspect. What I see is that a law that is coming to serve this country decades, generation unborn, should be really properly looked at, not to be rushed.
Honorable, thank you.
Thanks so much.
That's Honorable Bile G. Tunkara there of Kantora. He voted against the draft constitution there. So that is it. It's all over for the draft constitution. It has not, you know, passed the National Assembly stage. 31 of the MPs voted against it. Oh, sorry, voted for it, while you have 23 that voted against it, which effectively, you know, means that it has not passed. And I think I've seen one of the MPs who also took part in the debate. Honorable, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What do you have to say about this development there?
And I am Honorable Kamara of Village constituency. And I was highly disappointed for that being the reason. I don't think I can comment, because if you think that $116 million has been spent in vain, and then that's a very serious repercussion on the side of the poor people. Because I am not blaming anybody, but I think if you study, if you analyze the situation, I mean they are highly involved. Although I'm not here to mention anybody's name, but if you see the composition of the National Assembly, you can tell that the opposition, whether down or anywhere in the country, they were involved. But I mean, it's not even bad. I mean, it depends on the electorate, because I mean, you are only one person, and those who elected you in the National Assembly, they weren't inclusive, and if you really injected, well, it's left to you and the God, and God is going to judge it. Because I mean, instead of I mean, spending $160 million, if you go to my constituency, I mean, people are suffering, especially the poor people, needy people. You can even give it them rather than spend this money in vain. I was highly disappointed. Definitely.
You are a UDP MP, and someone out there might suggest or say that you voted for this draft constitution because you are trying to serve the interests of your political leader. Is this the case?
No, that's wrong. Because at the time I was making my delivery at National Assembly Board, I told them categorically that this constitution is not for anybody. This constitution is not for Leadabo. This constitution is not for Arambaro. This constitution is for the people of the country. So I am neutral. I'm just working for the people of the country. They are interested.
Yeah. And I've seen another MP that voted since at the outset he did say that he was not going to support this constitution, this draft constitution, and he did come good on his promise. Honorable, why did you choose to vote against this draft constitution?
Because I wasn't convinced enough by the minister, the justice minister. All the issues that I raised up, because I've talked about what I said, I've been vindicated. I said that the National Assembly that we are in cannot pass a retroactive law. And the minister make it categorically clear that this parliament cannot pass a retroactive law. He even went further to give an example, a scenario of what has happened in 2000 and 2001. You know, so based on that, I wasn't convinced. That's it.
Is that what your people really want? For you to come here and vote against this document? Because you represent a whole constituency.
Yeah, thank you very much. And that's a very, very important question. If you go back to my people, yes, the opinions are divided. Some are saying yes and some are saying no. But
which one is larger?
Well, I cannot tell because I didn't conduct any research on that one. That can only be clear to me had it been that I went and count people. But that didn't happen in this case. What I know is that the retroactive law that I was complaining about, that the parliament didn't have the power to pass a law that are retroactive. And that is the parliament, that's parliament. And that's a law. We are not saying that we're doing this to favor individual or whosoever, but what we are saying is that I cannot support a retroactive law, which is against the parliamentary procedures. It is clear, the minister make it very, very clear that parliament cannot.
Honorable, thank you.
Thank you very much.
One of the MPs there, and I think I've also seen another MP, a GDC MP, but I think he voted for the Constitution. Honorable, thank you for speaking to the Fatu Network. Really massive development. I mean, this constitution, draft constitution has boomeranged. It has failed. How are you feeling, first of all?
I'm deeply disappointed, if I'm to tell you my honest situation now, because this is not actually what I was expecting, and this is not actually what the Gambian people were expecting as long as the draft constitution is concerned, and it is normal. I was expecting my colleagues, they will have give this draft constitution a chance for us to move to the next level and see what are the possibilities and the negotiation that one can bring before the table for further negotiation and consultation.
Now, what do you think this would mean for the country now that you don't have anything called a new constitution? What does it mean?
It means then actually the government, the current government, does not actually mean what they preach. That is obvious. And exactly that's what we are realizing. Now that the nation does not have any more constitution, because the decision is based on partisan, the decision is based on defending an individual, the decision is based on maybe something that is actually just your interest, but not the interest of the Gambian people. This is what we are experiencing in this country. Others are anti-development, others are anti-progress. That is what we are realizing, and those elements still exist in this country.
Honorable, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's Honorable Omar Cisse there. So we will try to speak to one MP that is very important to this whole process there. That's the MP, I guess that is Majango Samusa, quite controversial really. So I'm trying to see if we can get him too to speak to us, but it would appear he has gone to his car. So we will try to find him and see if we can talk to him too. So really that is the atmosphere here, while you have the other side that supported this draft constitution and are quite disappointed that it didn't succeed. You have others that are also saying that, well, they did a good job, that are feeling happy that it didn't really pass. So we will see if we can talk to more MPs there, and I think I've seen him more really. If we can try to see if Honorable, good afternoon. Yes, Honorable, good afternoon. So that is Honorable Majanko there. He really doesn't want to speak there. So really that is the development. The National Assembly has voted against the draft constitution. The draft constitution was brought here for it to be approved so that it could move to the next stage, which would be for the president to append his signature to it, and then it will go to a referendum, which a lot of people, commentators, political analysts say would mark the birth of the so-called New Gambia. But it would appear that this will no longer be the case there. Lamin Jai reporting for the Fatu Network News Review here at the National Assembly in Banjul.